All right. All right, guys. Welcome to the AI Breakfast Lab. Welcome, James. Welcome, everybody across the world. Before the holidays, we started on a project. And those of you that are guests here, we started on a project. We wanted to write a book for teenagers. And I started that process with a few people that were on January the 2nd, the day after. I know it wasn't a scheduled Breakfast Lab because we were off that day. It was on a Friday. James wasn't here, but I felt like working. It was a Friday, so I said, "Well, let me see who's on the AI Breakfast Lab," and it was kind of a peekaboo surprise. There was a few people there, and I got to working on a book for teenagers. Since we already have one for kids called The Gentle Meadow, I thought, we could work on that, and we'll show you some of the book tools that we have here, right? And some of the stuff that we were working on. So let me backtrack a little bit to show you guys what I did, and then I'm going to upload the completed book um, to our GPT so you can see it. So let me just go ahead and show you what I'm gonna do here. And then James and I are going to have some fun making some characters. Okay. All right. James, I may have to have a new computer, so give me a second here. I need to allow Zoom here. I may need to come back here. Give me a second. It's the first time I'm sharing anything. So I'll be right back. James, your co-host, just give me a second. All right.
Sure, you got it. All right, folks, should be a fun and exciting breakfast lab. Messing around with these book tools and being able to accelerate and expedite your book writing process. I have to tell you, we have some people that are in their 80s who had planned on writing books for decades and never got around to writing those books. But once they got their hands on these incredible book writing tools, now they've published multiple books and have them on sale for $25, $35 each and selling them. So these tools can really help accelerate your success in the book writing process. I know last year, Ed and I probably wrote over 100 books. I lost track. And we had people on live like, Dr. Breakthrough and written his latest book in under an hour. Of course, he went back and edited some of that and put a little bit more of his personal genius into it.
All right.
But
I'm back. All right. Sorry
all
about
right,
that, guys. All right. All right, so let's see here. We are streaming live still, I think, right? Yes, I think we are.
yep,
Okay. And you could make me a co-host, please.
you got it, brother. Let's see. I see Jeanette in here. I don't see you in the panelists. Let's see if,
I'm not in the panelist either.
okay, you're not in the participants as Ed either.
Oh, yeah, that's me. I'm the co-host. Let me see here. Let me rename. Some reason I can't, it came in as Jeanette. I don't
Is
know
Jeanette?
why.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Now I'm a co-host. All right, I can share now. All right, cool. And are we streaming live, James? Since you're host, I
We
can't see
are.
it.
Yeah, it's streaming
Okay.
live.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. If you want to give me host, I can control that. Unless you want to control stopping and restarting for the next one, that would be great. And I'll make you co-host.
Sure.
I'll just reclaim it.
Okay.
And then I'll make you co-host. All right, here we go. All right, excellent. All right, now we're rocking and rolling. All right, let's get going here. All right, have some fun here. All right, let me share my screen. Yes, allow. And there we go. All right, excellent. There we go. All right, so now we're in the platform. Now let's go here to where I started writing the book. All right, so this is a book that I wrote, and of course, you can see we have book tools here. Write your book, everything that you need from book research to book clarity coach to book 360, ghostwriter, fact checker, book critic, or create a book cover. We're going to do that today. Audio bookmaker. You can even humanize your AI text, right? So a lot of things can be done with the book. And we have a boot camp coming up on January the 14th that you could register for. Also, that's that AI breakfast, excuse me, it's AI boot camp, right? We'll put that in the chat for you. James can do that for you. I'll copy that, and James can put that link in there, and you can register for this if you have an expertise and you want to write an authority book. You got 365 days this year, or a little bit less now. Just take one of those days and commit to writing your book. That's what this day is about, right? So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. So awesome, awesome. All right, so that's the book boot camp, and these are all of our tools to writing your book. Now, some of the other tools that we use here are called our GPTs to chat with. So I'm going to be working with our Wow GPT. Oh, actually, I'm going to be working, excuse me, with Zig. This is a historical character that has expertise. Obviously, Zig Ziglar is wonderful. So, we use the Zig app to do a lot of different things. So let me show you what Zig can do and what he's done. So obviously, let me make this a little bit bigger. I trained it on the Gentle Meadow up here, and I'm going to change this to the Gentle Meadow and the Glitch, because that's the name of the other book that I changed. Some of you that were here, we had a different name, so I'm going to train it on the Glitch, Glitch. Okay, very good. That way I can go back to it. All right. Now, he is already written and gave me character names, okay, for the Gentle Meadow. Um, and he gave me a lot of information here. So I originally was going to choose the Pulse, Code, Courage, and a city on the line. That could, we could use this possibly in the cover, okay? But that's fine. We could use that. It gave us a little bit. It gave us a little bit of some subtitle options, as you can see here, because I asked it to give me some names. It wrote the first chapter. Okay, so here's the first chapter I'm going through. That was called The Miss. Okay, so this is a group of teenagers working on a youth center to repair and some storm relief, right? So it was they're trying to save the local community, really is what they're trying to do. And guess what they're using to do it, James, as a fundraiser? Can you guess?
The book.
No, they're using AI
Oh,
yeah, to raise money.
nice.
Yeah. So these are the characters. So we got Jay, who's a strategist. Okay, he's 15. He's learning a lot about systems and UX, which is design. He's got quiet leadership, his strength and pattern spotting. His flaws are he avoids conflict, but he learns to speak up before things break, right? That's the arc of the story. He's going to eventually learn to speak up. Maya is a social connector. She's 14. Uh, she's a It's not something I came up with. Zig did, right? I gave him some information on what I wanted to do, and he came up with a cast for me. Of course, I gave him the type of cast I wanted. So this is, he's a people read. Maya is a people reader, campus clubs. Her strength is to turn out and tone. Her flaw is jokes to dodge fear. We all know those type of people, right, James?
That's right.
Yeah. Arc is, she trades charm for approval for truth telling. Rio is a skater, 16, he's an outsider, he's like a rebel. He's a skater, filmmaker, he hates red tape. He's bold, he moves viral clips. That's his strength, right? His flaw is he's impulsive. He cut corners, and the arc for him, the arc is like, the story arc, right? He channels heat into integrity. And then Samar is 17. He's got a part-time job. He's got siblings. He's pretty steady. His strength is really ethics, and ops. His flaw is risk aversion. And what he's going to go through is he learns brave action beats safe stagnation. Yeah. People that just observe and get oriented, don't make any decisions to take action, right? He learned to take action instead of just staying stagnant, right? Lex, he's kind of the wild card. He's 13 years old. He's a progeny designer. He's a music guy. His strength is he's got creative spikes, right? Because he's in music, right? His flaw is unpredictable timing, and the arc, what he's going to go through is he turns chaos into discipline. And this was a little bit about the antagonist and pressure with each character, right? What Cade went through, he runs, and bureaucracy and tech risk and time. All right. So Zig put together a lot of cool things, right? So I'm going to take our cast right here and I'm going to put it at the top of our, um, this is our cast here. And let's put it in the beginning of the book, just so we have it. Okay, there's our cast. And by the way, the book here is here. It's short chapters. Um, it's about 12,000 words, but it's short chapters because we know teenagers don't like to read or listen to long chapters or one to two pages, James. So it makes it easy for them to
Yeah.
digest. I don't know about you in high school. I didn't like reading much, but I mean, we read, especially reading books. But if I could feel like I accomplished something by hey, I finished chapter one, it's great, right? At least you accomplished something, right? So let's listen to chapter one. So we get a lot of a tone of what's going on with these people. All right. And what is the story about? All right. So I started up here, as you could see. He asked me some clarifying questions, like, what is your age do you want to target, right? Is what he wanted me to figure out. So I said, okay, I gave him my target 11 to 14, 13 to 16, 15 to 18. Focus on all ages, attempt to blend in key triggers and appeal to everyone. The setting is a suburb, small town, or city. One anchor cause, a youth center, or rotating. Suburb off the edge of a city, rotate the locations. The tone, wholesome, edgy. Where should we sit? Sit. Tech realism, light gloss, or near real product details. I told it, when don't get too deep into it, but get close to the product details. Uh, it's a standalone novel, 6 to 8 episodes, like a novella. It's not going to be a novella series. I said I wanted to be short chapters, as you can see here, 2 to 4 pages, natural dialogue, no teen slang overload, humor through reactions, no jokes, high momentum. Something happens every chapter, minimum adult POVs, and one book only. Use diversity, priorities, or specific culture. I said, yes, go with diversity, right? So he asked me to clarify all that right here. So I did. You see, there's diversity and scope. So I gave him the clarifying information. He gave me some possible series and tones and chapters and audience insights and everything. This was my start of it, right here. I told him, I said, hey, I know that you helped me write The Gentle Meadow, right? And help me with the characters. I told him now I want to go through and write something for somebody older. That's how I got to this point. Okay, I'm showing you, I'm going back so you can see it. These GPTs you could work with and you could train them on your products. You could write books with them. You could do social media with them. You do all once you train it. Like this is trained on the AI Breakfast Lab. So I could go in here and I could tell it, hey, write an invite. I could just click this button, say allow. All right. See, allow. write a LinkedIn article for me about the AI Breakfast Lab and target business owners to invite them to the AI Breakfast Lab. They can join by joining us at aibreakfastlab.com. There you go. So I could obviously easily have him write a LinkedIn article for me because it's trained on the AI Breakfast Lab on this specific conversation, right? Right here. You can have as many conversations as you want. And Zig could also create images for me. And he's not going to say, oh, sorry, I can't create no more images for you. Like other platforms like ChatGPT, it's not going to run out. You don't got to pay more for it to create images or anything like that, right? So here you go. Here's an article it's writing about the AI Breakfast Lab. So obviously, if I'm doing a LinkedIn article, I need a LinkedIn image, right? So it could easily create an image for me. I just got to tell it what to do, right? So there you go. And you can put the link there. It's formatted beautifully for me, ready to go. I'm not going to do that now. I just want to show you how these work, right? So let's listen to the audiobook real quick. The first chapter only, okay? I think it's important for you guys to get it, and then James and I will work on some really cool um, characters on the image creator, all right? All right, we can see what that time is. We got time. Okay, perfect. This is only 4 minutes, so let's listen to it. Now that you guys understand this, you can put questions in the chat. All of, by the way, all of our GPTs, whether it's the Wild GPT, Ask Leo, Ask Napoleon Hill, Ask Zig, or Ask Ed, or Ask Jim Rohn, or even the ghostwriter in writing your book, which we have a ghostwriter in here and write your book, ghostwriter, right? Or even the book clarity coach. They're all GPTs and they're trained. You don't need to train them on their expertise. They already know about marketing. They know every angle of marketing. They know every emotional trigger. They know everything. They are smarter than me, smarter than you, smarter than everybody in the room, smarter than our entire corporate team. They're faster, they're more elite, and most importantly, the information you upload, like if I upload, I got to do this because let me show you this. If I upload my book here, which I'm going to Leo's, to Ask Zig, let's go to Ask Zig, and I'm going to go to the Gentle Metal here. I'm going to give him my book. Watch. I click the plus sign, and I'm going to my desktop, and there it is, the glitch. This is the 12,000 words. It's a PDF. I upload it and I'm going to tell him, hey, this is the new book, right? Here we go. This is the completed book. I renamed it, calling it The Glitch. Okay? The Glitch, all right? And then I'm going to take the characters and the cast. Here is the cast. All right, here we go. All right, boom. So I'm giving him the book. That way he has the knowledge of it, right? That way James and I can easily ask, I could ask Zig to give us descriptions. All right. So let's listen while it's working on that. All right. Here we go. Here is the first chapter.
Chapter 1: The Notice. The flyer was neon pink, which felt like a cruel joke. Jay Kim stood in the doorway of the Eastwood Youth Center, backpack sliding off one shoulder, staring at the paper taped to the glass. Community meeting urgent, it screamed in all caps. Below that, smaller print, facility closure, December 15th. 3 weeks. Move. Rio Gutierrez shoved past her, combat boots scuffing the threshold. He yanked the door open, ripped the flyer down, and crumpled it in one fist. Like hiding it helps. Jay followed him inside. The center smelled like old carpet and microwaved pizza. A dozen folding chairs were arranged in a sad semicircle. Mrs. Ortiz, the director, stood near a whiteboard covered in budget numbers. "Thanks for coming, everyone." Her voice cracked. There were only 7 people in the room. Jay recognized 2 middle schoolers from coding club, a mom with a toddler, and Samir Patel, who was supposed to be at soccer practice. "My little brother uses the after-school program. What's going on?" The short version? "The city's cutting our funding. We need $50,000 by January 1st, or we're done." Silence. The kind that made your ears ring. 50 grand? In 3 weeks? That's insane. I know. Jay's brain was already spinning. 50,000. That wasn't impossible. Crowdfunding campaigns pulled in more than that all the time. But you needed visibility, a hook, something people cared about. Wait. Maya Reyes burst through the door, phone in one hand, iced coffee in the other. Her curls bounced as she skidded to a stop. "Sorry I'm late. TikTok rabbit hole. Did I miss the apocalypse?" "Yeah, we're broke." "Oh." She dropped into a chair next to Jay. "So bake sale?" Someone laughed. It sounded bitter. Mrs. Ortiz rubbed her temples. "We've tried bake sales, car washes, grant applications. Nothing's enough. What if we did something bigger, like a fundraiser, but online? GoFundMe? Everyone does that. Nobody cares unless you're a dog with cancer." Rude, but accurate. Jay's fingers drummed against her thigh. She was thinking about a Reddit thread she'd seen last week. Someone had built a Chrome extension that rounded up online purchases and donated the change to charity. It had raised 6 figures in a month. What if we made an app? Everyone turned to look at her. Jay felt her face heat up. Like a game? No, a fundraising tool, something that makes donating automatic, or fun, or both. "You know how to code that? I could figure it out." That was a lie. Kind of. Jay knew Python and some JavaScript. She'd never built a full app. But how hard could it be? What would it do, exactly? Jay hesitated. She didn't have an answer yet. Her brain was still catching up to her mouth. "Ooh, what if it's like a challenge thing? You donate $1, you challenge a friend to match you, it goes viral. That's just the Ice Bucket Challenge." "The Ice Bucket Challenge raised millions, Rio." Jay's mind was racing now. Maya was onto something. Gamification, social proof. If they could make donating feel less like charity and more like a trend, what if it used AI? The room went quiet again, but this time it felt different. Curious. AI? Like ChatGPT? Sort of. What if the app learned what people cared about and personalized the ask? Like if you're into sports, it shows how the center's basketball program helped kids. If you're into art, it highlights the studio, make it feel relevant. That's actually smart. It's also complicated. Maybe. Jay pulled out her phone and opened a notes app. Her fingers flew. But if we built it modular, started small, we could launch a beta in a week. Test it with a small group. Iterate fast. You really think you can do this? Jay looked up. Mrs. Ortiz's eyes were red, but there was something else there now. Hope, maybe. Or desperation. Jay wasn't sure which. "I think we can try." Mrs. Ortiz nodded slowly. "Okay, try." And just like that, they were in.
What do you guys think?
Nice.
Did you follow along the story?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Right. Okay. Yes. Cool. So that, that is the first chapter. Okay. So let's go back up here to, let's make sure we get the characters correct names. So I think I changed some of the names. So let's look. I think it's Samir Patel. Isn't that what you heard? Yeah, I think I did.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, let's go. I think I changed the name or two. Let's just double check. Okay. All right. So Jay, let's see if we can see Jay here in the book. Let's go to find and Jay. Okay. Jay Kim. It's Jay Kim, right? Okay. So I got to change some of these names here, James. Give me a second here. Jay Kim. I made them simpler, I think is what I did. What about Maya? No control, find MA. Maya, Maya Torres, because I wanted some diversity. Yeah, so I'll put some diversity in there. So Maya, it's Alvarez, but I changed it to Torres. Okay. All right. And then Rio, let's look at Rio. Let me find Rio. Rio. Okay. Rio. Who is Rio? What's his last name? So no, it's not there. So what's his last name? Rio Gutierrez. Okay. Rio Gutierrez. All right. And then Samar, I think he was Patel, and then Lex. Let's look at Lex. Lex. Let's see here. Yeah. Morgan. Okay. Morgan. All right, there we go. All right, so those are our characters. So let's just update the characters for under Zig. I'm going to update the character names, and here they are. All right, so James, I'm going to start giving us what's going to happen here, guys. I'm going to show you how you do this. So we're going to take this one here, J, right? This is how you do it. Let's wait till he finishes. I'm going to have Zig give us a prompt for the image, our image tool, which these GPTs can give you a prompt. You could ask it to give you a short prompt, so you don't have to write it. You could ask it to give you a longer prompt, which I called a mega prompt. It'll give you a mega prompt to make sure you get the image correct, right? So there you go. So here's the names locked and loaded, is what he says. Fantastic. Yes. All right. So light culture texture. Yes. Okay. So he's going over a board with the characters, which is great. That means he understands it. He has the book, he has everything now, right? So now I could just ask him really cleanly, right? Me an image prompt, prompt. I can use ET. Can't type here. Prompt. Um, for a Pixar character. Okay, for a Pixar character, cartoon character. A cartoon. Let's say cartoon. All right. Excellent. Write me an image prompt for a Pixar cartoon character that fits J. Okay. Let's see what he does. So we'll keep it simple. Okay. And a prompt. There you go. Let's see what he says. See what he does. I could put this in the chat for you guys so you guys can see it. There we go. There we go. That's what I used. All right. So yes, we would take chapter two and we would put it, just to answer your question, and put it in the audio book tool. So it reads the exact words of it. Yeah? There we go. So it gave me a negative prompt, right? Also, hyper realistic skin tones, gritty realism, harsh shadows, uncanny valley eyes, messy clutter, grim tone, aggressive expression, overused teen slang props. So let's go up here at the top and let's look at, here it is. A stylized, heartwarming 3D animated teen character, portrayal of Jae Kim, 15, Korean American strategist. So it's pretty long. Don't you think so? He even gave us the outfit, right? Everything. So let's just take this and copy that. And let's go to a tab and let's duplicate the tab and let's watch what our AI platform can do. So we're going to go to our image tools now because we want to create some characters here because we want these characters to do videos to promote the book. This is not a one lab where we create the entire book and the audio and everything else. We're focusing on images today. I just went back and showed you a little bit today because this is going to take a process, right? So here we're going to go to the image creator here. By the way, there's ChatGPT and Momentum Tech. I'm working on a video with that right now, right? So there are conversations where we outdistance ChatGPT because ChatGPT can't create videos, generally speaking, can't do avatar videos, it can't do book covers like we can. It can't do audio books like we can with one login, right? So he's gonna give the video is gonna be he's gonna give up. So anyway, so I'm working on that. That's gonna be really cool. We're much better, more value than ChatGPT, by the way, if you're a guest here. So let's just put the idea in here. Boom. And I'm going to go to the top and I'm going to say create. I don't have to be a prompt engineer. Ah, yay. So create stylized heartwarming 3D and 3D. Let's just say heartwarming. I'm going to change it a little bit. Pixar. I know what the platform likes. Pixar cartoon character. A teen
Just say
character.
of a, because you already have character in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Just put in,
Pixar cartoon character. Yep. 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 Okay, very good. Create a stylized, heartwarming Pixar cartoon teen character of a portrait of J 15. That's fine. Yeah, good. All right, and we're gonna make them. Let's make them 16:9. All right, and let's see what he comes up with. If this works, then we know that Zig is bad to the bone, right? So he did this. So let's see what happens. See what kind of character we like. See if we like it. Boom. Okay, so is it supposed to be Jay is supposed to be it could be a man or a girl or a boy, right? Jay Kim? Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Let's give that a 3 star. Let's see if we can create another one. Let's just so the way that our image tools works is you give it a score and then you just click here and you can regenerate it. Obviously, you can edit. You can remove the background. You can download it, and you can upscale the image to 300 dots per inch if you're going to use it for print. Cool. So let's just regenerate it. It's going to save the first one down here. See, it's saved with a 3 star. Okay. So, and it's pretty fast as you saw. It's not, doesn't take long. Okay. Cool. I like that one a little bit better. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's create one like a 916. Let's see what that one comes out like. See if there's any similarity. See if we can get some similarity here. Same prompt, different image. I think that one works. They kept them both pretty similar. See that? And they kept this one similar too, I bet too. Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
That's how our image tools work. I challenge any image tool creator on the internet to our image creator platform. Okay. So there's the first one, James. Let's have him do the second one. And I'm going to give this to you just so you guys know. It's, James has different styles than I do, but we're still going to let Zig give us that prompt. So let me give you access to this, James.
Sure.
Okay. Copy that link. So the different aspect ratios that you could do any of these aspect ratios. So let me show you that, then I'll stop sharing and let James do Maya. So obviously 16:9 is like think of that like a YouTube video, right? And it gives you the shapes here. 1:1's like Facebook, 2:3 could be, anything, Facebook, Instagram. 9:16 is like shorts, like a video short, or like an Instagram. 4:5 and 5:4, again, they're different sizes for different reasons. Um, but you could ask Leo, hey, what's the pixels on a 4:5 image, and he'll tell you. Cool. So I don't know off the top of my head what the actual pixel ratios are, but you could ask Ed, and ask Ed is right here. This is my robot, knows everything, knows more than me, it's smarter than me. Okay. So I like that. I like that. I like this one too. And this one. They're both three, really cool stuff, right? You could do some really cool stuff with those. So this is our character, Jay. James is going to work on Maya. So let's have James do it so he can show you guys his style, what he does. Okay, cool.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen here. Got the doc open. And I'm just gonna click the button and say, create a fun Pixar style cartoon image of a person with this name and these type of interests. I just pasted in the information we have on Maya Torres.
You're doing a 1:1. You didn't choose your.
Yeah, I'll do a 1:1, then I'll do a 16:9. Just show a couple different styles here. That's pretty cool. Here, let's do the 16:9. Oh, I kind of like that one better. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll give this one a 4. And I'm going to have it regenerate it, see what we get here. Sometimes it'll give you a little different style of the person, or it'll give you a different background, different pose. Oh, there we go. That's pretty cool. I like that one. Let's do a 9:16. I've never tried to regenerate. I'm choosing a different size, but I'm going to try to regenerate right on the same exact image. See what it does here.
It's going to do a 9. It should be a 16:9, but because maybe we'll see. Maybe it doesn't.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I've never tried it this way. This is a lab, right? We get to experiment.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's actually do a 9:16. So this time I'm clicking the button here, just so you know the difference in what I did. Instead of clicking regenerate on the image, I'm clicking the button right here. And it gives us a 9:16.
That's more of a cartoon type style. So
Yeah.
obviously, we're going to do these. We want to stay consistent with Leo, with Ask Zig on his prompt style, because it's going to create.
Yeah.
He's going to
Let me
create.
go over to Zig.
Well, I could do it. I could do it for you real quick because I have
Sure.
I have it trained. Unless you could log into mine, so I could just tell them, hey,
Yeah,
let's
no, that's
do.
okay. I'll let you show them.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just show him that. But I wanted to show you guys a different style of the images, how James does that, right? So you could do it different ways. You don't need to, be elaborate, right? He wasn't very elaborate, right? In his description. He just gave it the details of Maya, right, James? So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. All right. Excellent. All right. Let's see. Yes, let me go to the next one here. All right, here we go. All right. Uh, I'm just going to tell them to do the same for Maya as an example, right? Just so you do Maya again. And let's see what he does. Do the same for Maya because he already knows what I want. And I can just say do the same for all of them, right? So he's going to give me a prompt and a negative prompt also. Let's try putting the negative prompt in. I didn't do that last time into the image creator. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm going to take all of this, copy it, go to the image creator, and create a stylized, heartwarming Pixar cartoon teen character portrait of, and I'm just going to paste that right here. Make sure it goes, it did it right. There we go. All right, and let's do 916 first. So 916, 16:9 allows us, those two allow you to do videos really of those of these characters. Okay, cool. What was her style? Who was she? What did she do? What was her personality? Oh, a social connector, people reader, campus clubs. Yeah, that looks like her. That could be her. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that one. Let's do a 16:9 now. Now, art director eliminates a lot of, you can turn it on, but it removes some of the prompt that you put in there. You can see here it uses virtual photography like a director. So it's going to be a more stylized photo with, depth of the field, creative lenses. It's more like a photographer. I don't want like a photographer. I want, Pixar, like this one. Look how it made it almost identical to her. Love it, right? Love it, love it, love it. Now let's go to Rio. Let's do the same thing for Rio. We're going to Zig and just tell him, do the same for, yeah, it's working pretty good, right, guys? What do you guys think of that? So that's how you can create characters. That's how we create the characters for the Gentle Meadow, right? Because Zig wrote the book on the Gentle Meadow for us, and you get this book when you buy the our Magic Kids platform, right? Oop, wrong one, not there. The Gentle Meadow, Gentle Meadow. There we go. Yep. See these characters here? She'll go down. All these characters. Zig wrote the prompts to create all these characters for this book, right? And then we made a talking character.
Hello there, friends and families. Doc Clover here.
So you can make these images talk because this was Doc Clover that we created the same way we're doing this one. And Doc Clover is down here. There he is. See, Doc Clover. He's a rabbit doctor, right? For the town. And Magic Kids is a platform that we have that has 15 tutors for kids, grades 1 through 12. So we're doing this book now to target more of an older demographic. This is like kids. Now, don't get me wrong, high school students may like this kind of stuff too. People that are 10, 11, 12, like Bella would like this kind of stuff, right, James? So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it just depends on their style, but most teens, you know, yeah, they're gonna like more of the style that we're creating here, right? So let's go to Samar. Let's create one for Samar. I'm gonna finish these today. And then I'm not gonna even say anything. I'm just gonna do Samar. He knows already what I want. Zig knows I want an image prompt. That's how smart these platforms are. Our platform just works, right? You don't have to go back and train it again. You already know what's going on. And the image creator knows what's going on too, because it sees me creating these images. So it's going to keep it consistent. As long as I'm on the same session, it's going to keep me consistent with characters as well. There we go. There we go. So we're going to take all this right here. And we're going to go up here. We're going to keep the same thing here. Paste that in there. Let's go back up to the top. Well, it gave me a lot on that one. And I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. And let's do one of Rio. Now it's made all girls so far. Don't worry about that error. I'm sure it's just something that is a little quirky in the platform, which we'll fix that. There we go. Boom. Let's see what it looks like. Now, if it creates another lady for Rio, I may just tell it to a young boy, right? Or, male. I may put male, right? In parentheses next to it. Let's try it again. Now, you don't need long prompts. Ha! Yeah, he is he's a skater. So we said that, right? A skater and filmmaker, right? Okay. But I don't want him live skating. But he looks pretty bad to the bone, right? That's pretty cool. Let's try to create another one here. He's a rebel. Okay. So since we are want to create one where he's not flying in the air, we may want to get rid of some of the stuff in here. So let's just look at this prompt. So let's see here. Compass. Okay, let's get rid of that. No short. Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. Just got rid of a little bit. That's a long prompt that see how the image quality, I mean the prompts. Maybe I just want I want to change the prompt a little bit. Maybe I just tell Zig I don't want him skating live. I want just holding a skateboard, right? So let's do that. Let's just go here and let's tell Zig. I want a prompt that just has Rio holding a skateboard with the background of a skate park. I don't want him right, I don't know what they call that. Grinding or whatever, right? Which is fantastic, right? I mean, what a great image that is, right? So we may use that image too, right? So just some real cool stuff. So here we go. So he's going to give me another prompt here. Here we go. Let's just do this simple one, right? So boom, we're going to go to here of Rio 16, 16, and I'm just going to get rid of all this long prompt in here. Oops. Go back up. Let's just get rid of that. And there's the prompt. All right, let's see what we got. That's the new prompt that Leo gave me. So I just put it in there. There you go. Much better, right, James?
That's right.
See, that's how you correct it. Boom. All right, and then we got one more. Lex. He is the wild card. So let's do one for Lex. And we're just going to type it in here. Do one for Lex. He's a wild card designer, music thinker. Okay. There we go. Take that, copy that, put that in the image creator, and then paste. And Lex. There we go. See what we come up with Lex. Lex is a music thinker, prodigy designer. His strengths are creative spikes. Cool, but oh, he's got a keyboard or something in his hand around his neck, doesn't he? It's okay. Let's try to redo that. That looks, his background looks really cool. Definitely shows his background and who he is. I guess teenagers have decorator rooms like that too, if they have that specialty, right, James?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I like that one. Yeah. Let's give it a 4 star and let's see if we can get another one. Cool. What do you think of that one, James?
That looks pretty darn cool.
Okay, I think I'm happy. Yeah, I think I'm happy. Where's that heart coming from? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna get rid of that. Not liking that heart on there for some reason. I don't see somebody like that wearing a shirt with a heart. Do you, James?
Mm,
Maybe.
maybe.
There we go. Much better. His eyes are kind of quirky. So let's regenerate that one. See, again, guys, this is our image creator. I mean, you're not gonna, we're not going to be stopped. You know, it's very hard for that. Okay, here we go. Like it. I like that one. I'm happy. Definitely cool. All right. Definitely cool. All right. We're going to wrap up here now as this one pops in. So what we're creating is we're creating characters for our book here, guys. And this is already 12,000 words. It's got several chapters, as you can see here. Right, there's chapter 2, the idea. You see there are only a couple of pages here, right? Really easy read, right? Really simple. There's chapter 4, goes on and on and on and on, right? There we go. So there you go. That's how you can create cool characters for whatever you want to do. In this case, we're doing a book, so we want really cool characters, right? That is what we do here in the AI Breakfast Lab. So thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, you could change the color of the hair, of course. Just tell it you want blonde hair. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yes. You could change anything. You change their outfit. I mean, just tell Leo. Well, in this case, I would tell Leo, hey, make him with blonde hair. Change the prompt. I could tell him, make sure he's wearing a t-shirt that says Momentum Tech. And it would say Momentum Tech on the shirt or the name of your company. Cool. All right. Mr. James Moneypenny. Thank you, sir.
All right, you bet.
Thank you,
Great
thank you.
job, Ed. Let's change the streaming, close it out, restream it. So welcome everyone. I tell you what, there's been some incredible